Hello everybody, today we'll be discussing about pneumonia, and pneumonia is an infection that inflames the air sacs in one or both lungs. The air sacs may fill with fluid or pus, causing cough, fever, chills, and difficulty breathing. A variety of organisms including bacteria, viruses, and fungi can cause pneumonia. It ranges from a seriousness from mild to life-threatening. It is most serious for infants and young children, people older than the age of 65, and people with health problems or weakened immune systems. So in this video, we will show our patient assessment, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Removes jewelry and watch. Does not contact the sink with clothing or the body. Adjusts the water flow and temperature. Wipes the forearms and hands thoroughly. Applies soap liberally. Washes the hands with strong friction. Palms, wrist, between the fingers, under the nails, and around the cuticles. Washes for the appropriate length of time. Does not touch the faucet, sides, or bottom of the sink with the hands or fingers. Rinses thoroughly from the wrist to the fingertips. Obtains paper towels without contaminating the hands. Dries the hands and wrists thoroughly using a separate towel for each, drying from the wrist to the fingertips. Turns off the water with a clean, dry paper towel.
For the isolation procedures, obtain the appropriate apparel and perform hand hygiene. Pick up the gown at the neck. Place the hands inside the sleeves, working the hands through the cuffs. Fasten the ties at the neck. And close the gown in the back. Make sure to tie around the waist. Make sure all of your hair is covered. Then grab your mask, place the straps around your ears, and pinch the mask at the nose. Grab your gloves, make sure they are the correct size for the size of your hands. Apply your hands through the glove and make sure that the strap is covering the sleeve of your gown. And repeat that step with your other hand. Before you leave an isolation room, you need to remove your attire. Untie the gown at the neck, then untie the gown at the waist. Remove the cap and hold in your hand. Then you remove the gown by pulling one sleeve off along with the glove. Put that hand inside the sleeve to pull off the second sleeve and glove. Dispose of the gown appropriately. Remove the mask by grabbing both straps and removing from face. Dispose of that appropriately as well, and perform hygiene before leaving the room, and again outside the room.
In this portion of the video, you see Steven knocking on the door and hand sanitizing before walking into the patient's room.
Hello, Mike. I'm the respiratory therapist for this floor. How you feeling today, bud?
Pretty bad.
Bad? Signs and symptoms? Feel anything?
I have a fever, a little bit of fatigue, I'm really tired right now. Having like this shortness of breath that I'm feeling. Lately I've been coughing up some phlegm. It's like kind of green, yellow, can't really tell.
so I'm going to be taking your temperature.
Okay.
What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be swabbing this thermometer across your forehead.
Okay.
Take your temperature. Okay, we got 39 degrees Celsius. The temperature is a bit high. I'm going to be taking your pulse now.
Okay.
So, just going to hold that hand. All right, your pulse is a bit high too. Okay. Okay, Mike, so I'm going to take your blood pressure now.
Okay.
I'm just going to need to leave this on your finger just so we can check your O2 saturation. Let's get our blood pressure cuff. Okay. Got a bit of an elevated blood pressure. Let's check your O2 saturation. Following patient assessment, all equipment used should be properly disposed of or cleaned.
After the assessment, we see Steven throwing away both of his gloves away into the trash can. And as soon as he throws those away, he then uses the hand sanitizer as he leaves the room.
1 hour later.
Dr. K, here is patient Evaristo's chart. I took his vitals. He has an increased heart rate, increased respiratory rate. Your patient does have a fever, increased blood pressure, and decreased SpO2.
Okay.
Your patient was complaining of chest pain, green and yellow sputum, and he's fatigued. He is also showing signs of dyspnea. So here's your chart.
Thank you.
2 hours later.
Can I come in, Mr. Evaristo?
Yes, you can.
Hello, Mr. Evaristo. My name is Dr. Kat. I will be doing your physical examination today. Is it okay if I examine and touch your back?
Yep.
When entering the room, make sure you always hand sanitize your hands right before putting on gloves and before assessing the patient.
Can I have you sit on the edge of the bed? Oh, can you let me know if you feel any tenderness down here? Procedure called tactile thermometers. And that is I'm gonna tap my fingers to hear if there's any buildup fluid in the lungs. Okay? Okay. So may I actually have you stand up? We're going to be doing a thoracic expansion, which is just to measure how far your lungs expand. Can I have you breathe in? Can I have you exhale? Inhale again. Exhale. The procedure I will be doing is vocal freminence. This is actually to measure also if there's any fluid built up in your lungs. Okay? Can you actually say blue moon?
Blue moon.
Can you say it again?
Blue moon.
Again?
Blue moon.
Again?
Blue moon.
Again?
Blue moon.
And one last time.
Blue moon.
So after that assessment, I do need a sample of your sputum. Can you please give me that? Thank you. So that actually ends our assessment for today. Do you have any questions, or is there anything I can do to make you feel better before I go examine the stuff?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
After assessing the patient, we see Kat throwing away her gloves and then hand sanitizing. Hand hygiene is the most important way to prevent spread of infections, especially in healthcare.
One eternity later.
Okay, so Dr. Cat, your sputum sample from Mr. Evaristo came back. He has tested positive for pneumonia.
1 hour later.
Mr. Evaristo, may I come in?
Yeah.
So after all of the examination, you actually tested positive for pneumonia.